So the main reason for Shadrack Sibiya to be there was to go there and take the firearm that killed Senzo. See? Yes. And then the message arrived. Before Sibiya arrived there, the message was received by Kelly to say, please make sure the firearm is safe. Don't hand that firearm to the police or Phosphorus. Keep it until somebody is coming to fetch it. That somebody was Sibiya and
I've got the warrant of arrest for that. No, you know you didn't go back to court.
Don't discuss this in the middle.
Let's go.
No. I tell you, it cannot happen.
Let's do this, guys. You don't have to fight. You don't have to. No. Listen, you don't have to. Because let me tell you. Let me tell you. We're not here to negotiate.
You are asking for what?
I'm giving you. I've got the warrant of your arrest.
For what?
Really?
For what?
You were supposed to go to court in Hillbrow. You didn't go to court. It's the warrant of arrest was issued.
Who's the warrant? How can you give information to go to court?
I'm the investigating officer.
No, give us case against her.
That's a different case. It's not my responsibility to give you a court date. It's not my responsibility.
Did you speak to my lawyer?
About what?
Did you speak to
About what?
Or no? Where?
It's not my responsibility to give you a court date.
Where? For what reason? I think for this warrant.
Firstly, there was Tefo telling us spam. That's the one that shot Senzo me. Secondly, the next video was Tefo being arrested in court because he had told the world that there's Docket 275, and some people were upset because they never wanted us to know about Docket 275 because it implicates the powerful, it implicates the people that are in the house. So we shall see what's going on. But Docket 275, it is a docket that needs to be investigated. And show me your details about it. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to play that another video by showing us what was the story. Just watch.
Lento yenzeka khona lapha endlini oyedwa wabo wenza lento khona lapha endlini uTumela benomthoko ayimfethu into engayisho nje yabona uTumela indlela ayizwana ngayo noSenzo wahleze ethi yena ngamfela uSenzo but ziningi izinto ezenzeka after uSenzo ashona lapha because uTuba bamthatha bamyisa enyangeni. I believe ukuthi awala uTuthu nje akuyena uDulo simbonayo uTumela ngempela wayezolikhuluma iqiniso.
Do you think that
esekhuluma ngalabantu manje lokho kwangidida ngiyacabanga ukuthi lento ngathi izodinga upresident uzofanele ukuthi angenelele ngoba manje iboard yakhe kuthiwa yini icabinet yakhe manje umphakathi weSouth Africa uzongayithembi ngoba manje uminister wayekade ethe labantu wayekade hambisana nathi yazi ukuthi ubani wenze lento uyazi naye uyazi lokho angifihla manje waqhamuka sethi labantu abawu5 kanjani angazi nominister konke abamsabisa ngayo mhlawumbe bamsabisa nga something angazi mhlawumbe konke abathi bazomenza yona angazi
ekuphatha kanjani.
I'm very strong because I believe in God. I'm a man of God and I don't fear anyone. Khona babe ngitshela ethweni bathi yeke le case yeke vele umfona ngasekho ngithi minayo wathatha ukuthi uJesafi ukuze thina sisindiswe nami ukuthi fanele ngife ukuze lecala livele kunjalo. I believe in God. I have a strong relationship with God. I don't fear any man even ngathiwa upresident uyini ipower ngisabi.
Ucabanga ukuthi laba ocabanga ukuthi yiba abayenzile lento bazoboshwa noma ucabanga ukuthi nje I never yenzakale lento?
Bazoboshwa, sizozama ukwenza indlela ukuthi sikwazi ukudila nalamaphoyisa ukuthi so sizama ukuthi angifuna ukukhuluma kakhulu but sizokwenza indlela ukuthi sidile nalabantu ababophe abantu abangekho nokuthi kanjani ukuthi umuntu suspect kuleli cala kodwa aqhubeka investigate i-case. Yiloko sifuna ukudila nabo ukuthi fanele baphume labantu ngoba oyedwa wabo ususpect wakhipha something ku-docket. I was expecting the court to release these 5 suspects because they are not involved. Not even one of them is involved. The police are just lying. They are making us, I don't want to use a bad word.
Yeah.
But
Why do you say that? Yeah,
because there's evidence, there's another docket that has evidence. But there's a lot of dockets. Bias. Mina bangibheki. Bias.
Yeah.
There's evidence. Even no ministry has le team le bophela abantu. Ifakwe vele ukuthi izocindezela i-case ayizange ukuthi izosolve le case. Khona i-team ebikade isebenza i-case eyayikhethe uMinister of Police ubheka icele ngo-2018 or 19. Leyo team eyisebenza i-case yathi sizobopha kwafakwa laba bafakwa u-National Commissioner uKhehla Sithole bafakwa yena. Wabuza uMinister wathi nina ningene kanjani la? Wathi hayi thina solekelela. Bangena i-docket eyayiphethwe laba bacele seyizongena ecourt. Leyo inobufakazi bengempela isizobopha. Should batshela ukuthi naba sebezobopha bangena bathi hayi sinabantu abazokwenza i-confession. Kwagijinywa kwathiwa kwayiwa ngazi ko-Maritzburg kwathiwa khona umuntu ozokwenza i-confession. Akekho kulapho. Kwathiwa khona umuntu owenza i-confession. Baningi abantu ababethi bazonza ama-confession kodwa abekho kulapho. Uzubona ukuthi amanga lawo, amanga. They're making up this thing.
That was Sifiso Meyi were telling us that the guys that are before court are not the one that shot Senzomi. And I fully agree with him because Baloyi has failed to provide any evidence that implicates these guys, evidence that put them at the crime scene. Baloyi told us that these guys confessed, but you can see that the confession was obtained illegally as a result of beating up Musibiya and Bwantans. But last week, Baloyi began his case by reading out the bail information ka Bwantans. The bail hearing took place under Judge Ledwaba, who is now the acting judge president of the Gauteng division since Dustin Mlambo was promoted to be the deputy chief justice in the Constitutional Court. So Mlambo is the same judge that was implicated in the Madanga Commission of Inquiry. So I have no faith in him. It is alleged that he gave bail to cartels in return for money. Those are the allegations that were made against the Ledwaba, but Asikho Vela. So now one of the reasons why the Ledwaba did not give Ntanzi bail is because of the address. He says he's got no permanent address in the district or in the jurisdiction where he's facing these charges. But remember that Ntanzi, when he was arrested, he was working as a miner in Rustenburg. He had an address, so now it's not his fault that now he has no address. He should have taken that into account with Lomuntulo has been arrested for more than 2 years. Because Ntanzi did not take place in 2020. I think it took place in 2022 when Titi Chobane was his lawyer. So I think Chobane, they also made a mistake there by not bringing the bail application earlier on. We know for the fact that Gininda said Umchiako is the one that abandoned the bail hearing. But Titi Chobane had a duty to make sure that the bail can't take place ASAP. But Asiko Galap, Titi Chobane was trying his best, but his best was not enough. So now the other reason that Ledwaba gave for not giving Ntanzi, the fact that Ntanzi did not tell the court that he made a second confession before Magistrate Tronye. He's saying Ntanzi should have told him that he made a second confession. But at that stage, remember, Ntanzi had not been before a trial, within a trial, to determine whether or not that confession was obtained legally. Remember that a confession, for it to be used in court, it has to be first tested in the trial, within a trial, to see if an accused was not under duress when he confessed. So at that stage, when Ntanzi appeared under Judge Ledwaba for bail, the trial within the trial had not taken place. So that confession was not an evidence before court. So the driver should have not have argued about confession, because at that stage the confession did not exist. It did not exist. So Ntanzi, I think if Titi Chobani had applied for an appeal, I think Ntanzi would have got bail under a different judge, because firstly, Ntanzi has got no previous criminal record or previous conviction, nothing whatsoever. They keep telling us about the Nongoma case, but in that Nongoma case, only Msilan Teles was the accused and found guilty of the crime. Ntanzi was never called or ever charged for that case. So there are no pending cases against Ntanzi. So Dr. Dwaba, he erred, or he made a mistake when he made that decision to not give Ntanzi bail. But at that stage, he did not have a good lawyer, I must say. Titi Chobani did not do a great job. But asikhoke lapho. Then Ubaloy went on to speak about Ntanzi's work information. We were told that he did not come to work on the following Monday after sentence was short. I think that was the 27th of October, and the following days he did not come to work. He said Ntanzi absconded. But at the same time, there's a leave application which was applied for and signed by the employer to confirm that Ntanzi applied for leave. So Ntanzi did apply for leave, which I gave him 17 on those days. Whether it was paid or unpaid, it's irrelevant. Ntanzi applied for leave and it was approved. So that's what matters. So Baro can go on and on and on and say Ntanzi took an unpaid leave because he did not come to work as a result of absconding. It's not relevant. But Loy needs to bring evidence that put Ntanzi at the crime scene. He needs to show us telephone records that shows that Ntanzi was around Fostoras on the day that Senzo was killed. As it stands, there are no records that shows Ntanzi was there at the crime scene. The same for Musibia, the same for Mapisa and two. And then the cell phone records shows that his cell phone pinged around Johannesburg CPD at the same time when Senzo was shot. So Kadlam Ngube was not in Fostoras because he cannot be in two places at once. If he was in Johannesburg CPD, then he could not have shot Senzo Mnyo because he cannot be in two places at once. He's not the Holy Spirit. So Ubaloy needs to bring us real evidence in this case. But coming back to Ntanzi, I think Ntanzi, he needs to bring someone that is going to boost his case by saying that on the day when Senzo was shot, he was in Nongoma. I'm sure his relatives, his friends around Nongoma saw him there in Nongoma on that day. So they can attest to his evidence. Yes, my lord, Ntanzi was in Nongoma on the 26th of October 2014. That's all he needs to do. He needs more than one witness. But as you saw on the first clip, the state is quick to traumatize or harass the defense witnesses because it knows that if it puts them under pressure, they may be scared to come to court and testify. So I suspect some of the witnesses, Fontan, Sibi, and others, will not come to court because they'll be scared to be traumatized and harassed by the state. Remember what happened to Kwabin. Remember what happened to Makosong. They all say the police harass them and try to make them, to force them into making a false allegations or false statement against the 5 men before court. The same happened to Absolute Mzungu. Remember, Absolute Mzungu said Brigadier Geninda came to him and offered him money if he testified against accused 1 and 2, and that he'll give him a trip overseas if he implicates them in court. But when Absolute Mzungu refused to do that, the state then harassed him and he was threatened. But Mzungu remained resolute. He never backed down. He never signed that statement. Instead, he said the statement was forged, and his signature was forged as well because that is not his signature. So we know that it's going to be hard for Ntanzi to get those witnesses that will come and confirm his alibi. But he has to make a plan. He has to find someone that will come to court and say Ntanzi was in Nongoma, because Baloyi now is making this case all about credibility. He's trying to prove that Ntanzi is lying. So the only way for Ntanzi to counter is by bringing witnesses that are human beings, that actually saw him with their own eyes in Nongoma on the day let's say from the 26th, 27th, and so on, just to prove that Ntanzi is not lying when he says one Nongoma. The bank records that Baloyi brought to court, Ntanzi is disputing them, and we all know that things such as bank records can be forged, can be fabricated. So Ntanzi needs to bring in a real person that will come and confirm that yes, indeed, his alibi checks out. He was in Nongoma on the day. Now, I'd like you to listen to some of the evidence that Ntanzi told the court last week, but Ntanzi was straightforward and resolute and honest, and Baloyi did not get what he wants because Ntanzi knows the story. Just listen to the best of last week. Danko.
Bona yini la ukuthi ke kunomehluko la sila ku page 11 ka 14 ukuthi ke kunomehluko okhona phakathi kwalezi ezibhaliwe lama medical kanye no sick leave.
Kosenkantolo angisazi ngizophinda ngikhulume kanjani lapha ekhona. Ngithi mina umshushisi uyeke umlungu la lona amlande emayini wazokhuluma ngofakazi bami lapha ekhona.
I don't know how to put this, my lord. I am saying that the state did not pose these questions to the witness, that the state themselves approached to come and testify on my behalf here in court.
Kosenkantolo awona la kubhalu medical. Lapha igate enye indawo enye lengixoxa indawo yani yase training center lapha kushongola khona hayi ukuthi ngangixoxa la ongixoxa khona isick leave.
Yeah, my lord, where it's written medical bureau, that is just one place where I would clock. It is a training center, not that where it's written medical bureau, it's the same place, or I was clocking at the same place as where sick leave is written.
Igate yasemayini inomshongolo uyaxoxa mawungena khona awutholi igate mawungena igate inomshongolo uyaxoxa.
There is this particular gate, my lord, that is being referred to at the mine as Umshongolo. When you go through that gate, you clock.
Mawungena esibhedlela uyaxoxa yakutshena ngapha uduze ngapha ku medical uzozochelkiwa.
And then when you go to the hospital, you then clock. It tells you that you are coming this site or you are visiting this site. You are here to be checked.
Asibuke lapha futhi nathi yabhala nge-29 August 2014 ithi training.
And then let's look at it on the 29th of August 2014. It's indicated training.
Indawo eyodwa le ihlukene ngamagate.
It's the same place. It's only the gates that are different.
Mawuyibuka ngokubhala kwazo lapha la.
If you look at them as they are recorded here.
So, according to you, the medical assessment equals or is the same as being examined as to whether or not you're sick?
Ingabe okushoyo ke ukuthi lo medical obhalwe la ukuthi ke MRD medical nanjengoba usho wena ukuthi wawuyocheckwa ukuthi ukahle yini emva kwalamalanga owawungekho ngawo uthi ke into eyodwa leyo kona ukuthi ubhekwe ukuthi uyagula yini.
Ngabe babhalile ukuthi ngangiphethwe yini.
They would have recorded here as to what it is that I was suffering from.
Ingakho nje ngisho ukuthi nomlungu umyekile wangambuza ngalezi kufanele ukuthi umlungu acacisele mina ngisebenzi lapha mina ngiqashiwe.
Hence I am saying that you allowed the witness to leave without asking the witness because the witness was going to explain this better. I am just a worker there. I do not work with these.
Ngoba mina Kosenkantolo ngokwazi kwami enkampanini makubhalwe so fanele kubhalwe nezizathu ngapha eceleni manje lamanye amaphepha la awabhaliwe izizathu.
According to my knowledge, my lord, when this is indicated, as indicated here on page 11 of 14, the reasons should also be noted on the side, but on these documents, the reasons are not noted. Okay. Kusona isitolo lesi sebail Mnumzana Ntanzi so. Inkantolo yambuza umfowenu umbongeleni Ntanzi. Okay, sikuze lana. Inkantolo la eyabuza ngenkathi kwenziwa sona isitolo sebail nge-13 ku-October 2022. Ingabe ushadile kubuza yona ke inkosi enkantolo hayi la kwisicelo sebail uMnumzana Ntanzi akashadile kodwa ke kwakufanele ukuthi ushadile uma kuukuthi ebengekho ejele
namanje enjalo
up to now that is the case.
Yes.
ukuba ngekho ejele ngabe ngiganiwe vele mina.
If I was not in prison I would have been married by now.
Okhomba ukuthi le nkulumo le iqonde ngqo ayikho lapha ejikwa khona ungayileni ukhuluma isiZulu usiqonde ngqo.
Which means this what is being said here, this is exactly what it is in isiZulu. This is direct.
Yes, but the fact of the matter is you did pay Lobola on the 26th of October 2014.
Kodwa ke ilobola yena wayikhipha nge-26 October 2014.
Angikushongo lokho ekhodi mina.
I did not say that in court.
Ngithe mina kodwa ngisalikhumbula ilanga phakathi nezinsuku. Ngisho njalo ekhodi la kulesibini noma kulesithathu noma kulesine kulelo viki la ngisakhumbula.
What I said in court is that I cannot remember the specific day, but it was during the course of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, but during that week.
Ngoba mina into engiqale ngayo ekhaya ngishile phambi kodwa into engiqale ngayo ngumsebenzi. Umsebenzi usumiswe uqala nge-26 ntambama lapho kuhlatshwa khona imbuzi, 26 ntambama.
What I said was that I started with the ceremony, which was to start in the late afternoon, evening of the 26th Malot, where the goat was slaughtered.
But did you not testify yesterday, Mr. Mtanzi, that there were these two ceremonies that followed on each other on the 26th of October 2014?
Ingaba ushongo yini izolo mnumzana uNtanzi ukuthi kwakunale misebenzi emibili eyayizolandelana ngazo i-26 October 2014?
That the ceremony for the child happened first and it was then followed by the payment of lobola.
Ukuthi ke kwaqala umsebenzi wengane lowo ke uzolandelwa ikona ukhokhwa noma ukhishwa kwelobola.
Ngisho njalo Nkosi enkantolo.
That's what I said, my lord.
Mina ngiphendula ngale ndlela osuyibeka ngayo ukuthi awusakhulumi lona iqiniso.
I am responding to the manner in which you are putting it, that you are now not telling the truth.
Just, Mr. Mtanzi, just put your version on record regarding the two ceremonies so that there's no doubt about when did which ceremony occurred.
Angicela usho ke inkulumo yakho ibe khona ke kwirecord ukuze ke kungazuba nongabaza ke ukuthi ke imuphi umsebenzi owenzeka ngaliphi ilanga. Ngicela usho inkulumo yakho ke malana lemisebenzi emibili.
Nkosi enkantolo, ayikho into engizojikajika mina. Lena yaseqala ukuyishintsha phambi kwenkosi enkantolo. Akangikhulumela into engiyikhulumile. Izolo mina Nkosi enkantolo ngithe lapha phambi kwakho. Mina ngiqale ngomsebenzi wengane.
There is nothing that I'm going to change now, my lord, and I'm going to ask that the prosecutor also puts what I said yesterday. I said before the court, I started with the ceremony of the child.
Ngathi izinkomo angisakhumbuli noma ziyohamba ngolwesithathu noma olwesine noma olwesibili angisakhumbuli kahle phakathi kwalapha.
I then said, my lord, I cannot remember the date on which the cattle were then taken, my lord, whether it was on the Thursday, the Tuesday, or the Wednesday.
Kodwa engiqale ngakho mina ngumsebenzi wengane. Umsebenzi ngathi uyoqala ngalo isonto.
But what I started with was the ceremony of the child. It was going to start on the Sunday.